Why would you buy a Tonwerk stove? Firstly, let's look at the heritage from Tonwerk. Tonwerk is a Swiss company that was formed over 300 years ago. They originally made stoves that were called Kattelhoffens. Kattelhoffens were tiled stoves that went through the core of the house, which had a small fire at the bottom that you'd light a fire, and then it would heat all those tiles up so you got warm in that house. Over the years, houses are getting more and more efficient. 15 years ago, Tonwerk realised that their style of stoves was no longer applicable to the current marketplace. As in Switzerland, houses got more and more efficient, you need less and less heat, and space is always at the premium. So they developed the current day Tonwerks. These are the stove of the future, using a small amount of fuel to give a longevity of heat. As more and more people go to wood burning as a renewable source, wood costs are going to go up. The advantage of this is you can get a 24-hour burn from just 6 kilos of wood that will heat your average 3-bedroom house, low energy house. How do they work? Well, first of all, they burn the fuel efficiently within the stove. That burning technique is up to 2015 regulations. It far surpasses what the current day regulations in Europe are. From that combustion, the heat then goes into the storage mass. That storage mass absorbs the heat, the energy, and then over a period of 8 hours, slowly release that energy back into your home. On the stove, on the outer of the stove, you can have decorative panels. Again, they're this special concrete mix designed to absorb the heat and then slowly release it. But to give it a bit more fun, make it look nicer, you can have them with bits of granite mixed in, polished, rough effect. Just adds a bit more of dynamic to the stove. The fire we've got burning here, that's burning 2.5 kilos of wood, which will take about 2.5 hours to burn. And then this stove will then slowly emit 8 hours of heat thereafter. So the basic theology of the stove is that you need 2 fires a day. Get up in the morning, light your fire, it starts giving off heat, you go off to work. When you come back from work, the stove is still warm to the touch. You light another fire to enjoy the fire for a further 2.5 hours, and then while you're asleep at night, that stove's still giving off heat to keep your house warm. The basic principle of the whole of the Tonwerk range.